Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Puts one in the pocket. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Down to the wire. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The impact gets blocked. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Solid throw tech. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Takes a trip, baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super. Burnout activates. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Looking for a chance. Teleport! That's gonna rattle him. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Anti-air drops him. Lets off a Yoga Fire. Player 1 has a slight life. Time to sit on the lead. Player 2, Burnout activates. Looking to impress with this super. Oh, get ready. Gotham's taking a yoga lesson to new levels of pain. They're really gonna feel this in the morning. That's a counter. Uses the gauge for a super arm. The Kaisen Dankai Ranku connects. They're gonna score huge damage off of this. Player 2 has to pump the brakes on the impact. Anti-air in the clutch. Who's gonna take it? What are they gonna do? Things are very tense. Reads the jump in perfectly. Shoots their shot. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Boring.
Final round. Fight.
Perfection. Ooh, what a smart throw. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? This can lead to some big damage. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Connects with medium kick. Go Satsu! Pumps the brakes on the impact. A jump? Ooh, does him dirty. Burns out. Raw super hard hit coming. Sakai Fuhata! Flatlines him. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. His goal starts to pry them open. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Drive gauge finally recovers. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 will have to experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2, good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. Goal starts to pry them open. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2, oh, what's this? Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Knocked them out of the air. How did they read that throw? A real test of nerves here. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Medium kick. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
The parry. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Checks with a medium kick. Player 2 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive man. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. They just won't stop switching sides. Steals back a chance. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. More fuel to the fire! Cook them up! Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
That felt good, didn't it?
The super connect! Nothing stops this train! He's that with confidence! Yes, sir! More damage, please! Are we gonna squat a stick counter? It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Starts off zoning with fireball. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Knockdown. No heavy. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Oh! Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Lets off a Yoga Fire. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Plenty of space between the fighting. What will be their approach? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Checks him with the boom. Denies the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive move. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Looking for a hole. Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? This is, oh my god, they just choked it up. From low heavy to the throw missed. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? All in with a rush. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge trick. Player 2, there's a burnout. What are they gonna do? Okay, here we go. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Yoga Fire to turn up the heat. This can lead to some big damage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Breaks it. Player 2 can't win this without pulling the trigger. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still burns out. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Somersault kick. Yoga teleport. Where is he going? Let's offer projectile to waste time. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Saw that low heavy coming. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Is the fireball part of their corner game? This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive game, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Okay, creating some space here. Super art activated. Expect something big here. What'll happen here? Sneaks in above. Closing moments of the match. One hit, but in there! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sonic boom! Things are slow, but there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Scrapping it out up close. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. The impact doesn't do anything. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive game. This is gonna hurt. Anti-air in the front. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. A quick breather. Knocks them out of the air. Oh my god, what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Brushes off the impact. Checks them with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. They need to hold out. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Had the radar up and running. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Checks him with the boom. Holds out with the block. Sonic boom! Hold your breath! Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Who's going to start things off? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Good somersault kick. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Checks him with the boom. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Burnout activates. Boom! A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. This can lead to some big damage. Can they connect with the throw? What's next? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Sonic boom! Medium kick! Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up! Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. All in with the rush! With super arch, it's a huge chance after that wall splash. Play it, oh, gets the air throw? Clutch, anti-air. Player 2 is barely drives it back, misses. Connects with the throw. Boom! Flatline zone. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Denies the attack, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Gets through the opening. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the super art. They get the super art confirmed. The SA's good. What now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Nails the anti-air. Springs forward with the drive rush. You've got to be mindful of reaching down to the wire. Were they baiting them into that? In there! Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rushes that off and keeps going. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. That drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Now, can they finish the job? Stop springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Knocked them out of the air. Solid anti-air. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gotta do better than that? Drops them hard. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without the drive impact doesn't work. The next touch may decide this round. Blinko fights back with a perfect execution with the anti-air. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? What are they gonna do? Flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good parry there, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws them down. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Squeezes the gauge. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Good job block KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Nails the anti-air. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Will that drive impact get punished? Hits him with a stop and block. Awesome! Jumps in! Both fighters planning something? Player, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Blocks the impact. Drive rush to keep it going. A quick breather. Medium kick. Experiencing burnout. Opts for the critical art. Merciless yoga. Dalsum just straight up slapping the taste out of their mouth. This is gonna hurt and humiliate. Knockdown and teleports. That's gonna rattle. Knock them out of the air. Throws them. Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Can they use their resources wisely? This can lead to some big damage. Just go for it. Okay, here we go. Closes it out. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The drive impact is denied. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Uses a drive parry against the attack. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Gets the jump in. Life lead opens up. Can't tech the throw? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Sandblast! Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Burnout activates. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Hits them with a stopping bomb. That combo did decent damage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side sweep. Blocks it, gets the throw, and continues on the offensive. Both fighters have a full super meter, baits out the attack, and gets the punish counter. Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win? Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Going in? Teleports. That's gonna gotta do better than that. Burnout activates. It's a good spot to use the super. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Knockdown. Gets right in there. Throws them. What's next? Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Does a good job of pushing back. Both fighters planning something? A clutch drop. Hold your breath. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rushes that off and keeps going. Are we going to see some fireworks here? That drive impact is blocked. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Spin knuckle. Very slick with the combo. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Big opportunity coming. Up for the arrow. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. What if the drive impact doesn't work? This can lead to some big damage. Chases them down. Full super arcade. Both sides getting ready. Close range projectile drive closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Still plenty of time left. Going on the offensive. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Nothing stops this train. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arch. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. No, the special forces don't play. Delta ran assault. The super great impact squashed. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Looking for a hook. Clutch, anti-air. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Punish counter on the action. They are done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Clean parry. Hits them with a stop and pop. Picture perfect punish counter. Punish is there with the driver, really laying on the pressure. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Gets the jump in. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Gets right in there. Throws them to negate the block. Oh, hits them with a stop and pop. They're at the center of the stage. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Knockdown and player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner rushes that off and keeps going. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Manages to block the jump in. They can't squander this punish counter chance. What now? Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Oh, yo! Raw super hit! Okay, here we go. Teleport! Nowhere safe. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Chases them down. Oh, here we go. Either side closes it out. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that rundown. Oh, what's this? Scores a big punish counter with that opening drive impact shot. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Gets a chance with that jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. Down to the wire. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? From up above. Teleport! That's gonna rattle him. Hits him with a stop and pop. Both sides have the Super Gauge Max and ready to rip. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. It's a good spot to use the super. Knockdown and solid anti-air to continue the corner press. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Solid anti-air. The drive gauges turns out. What are they gonna do? Absolutely relentless. Player 2 can't use any drive. Gotta do better than that. They gotta dig down deep. Flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Showtime! Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Goes for the throw. Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge there. They may be in for a tough time. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time, so it's vital to not let that happen. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Where is their opening? Teleports! That's gonna rattle him. Projectile to try and change the situation. Trying to read each other? KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Just cool into the rope kick. Inferno to turn up the heat. The super art finds its mark. Player 1 hits him with a stop and pop. Very solid corner switch. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters planning something? They've gotta press here to take advantage of this drive. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Ooh, what's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go on. Pops off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Blink up crowns him from above. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Drive rush. Nothing stops this train. All the throw connects. Okay, here we go. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Drops him hard. Don't want to read with that anti-air. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Got their eye on the air. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. Amazing concentration on display as they punished when their opponent's attack left them wide open. Looking for a chance. Player one can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Barely blocks the jump in. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. A quick breather. The drive impact is denied. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gain. Up into the air off the just cool. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Player one, perfect execution with the anti-air. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be in. Blocks the low kick. Excellent block. Player two can't let this simmer. He tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Flatlines up. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Still slugging it out here. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What are they thinking here? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Throws them to negate the block. This is a gigantic KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player two chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash on angles. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Okay, creating some space here. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. So, what's next? Jump hits them with a stop and block. They can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? They're not dead. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Lots of aggression from both sides. What are they thinking here? Starts with a jump in. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Pressuring them in the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Down to the wire. Picture perfect punish counter. A drive impact. Throws them. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Which one of these fighters springs forward with the drive rush? Opts to continue the attack. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round two.
Player two with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Goes for the jump in. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? Risky. Ooh, hits him with a stopping block. Goes into the stance. What'll happen here? Player two crowns him from above. Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Lightning kick. More fuel to the fire. Cook him up. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Oh! Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Sticks the combo. Knockdown. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one creates a good down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Going in? Lots of life to play with. Hits him with a stopping block. Digs in deep to get that drive in. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Knockdown and... sneaks in above. Goes for the jump in. Looking to impress with this super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Still slugging it out here. The super armor does its job. Heats it up with a combo into super. All right, what's coming up next? Checks them with the projectile. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Teleports! That's gonna rattle them. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters planning something? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. The kick hits! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Looking to impress with this super. Start the tune, because Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Going in. Sprints in. This may be it. Gotta be careful not to win that flawless round. They got him so quick. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Shall we begin?
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Parries the attack, and parrying an attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauges. They need to hold out. Player 1 has the life lead. Below heavy hits. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the life gap opening up, they need to leap down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Takes the chance to hurt him. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead opens up. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Quick drop. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Keeps them guessing with a yoga arch. Looking for a chance. Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Zones with the fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Up for the arrow. Click and whiff! They're wide open! Gets the counter hit and the win! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits them with a stop and pop. Can't tech the throw. Shoots off a fireball up close. Nothing but air for the impact. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. KO! Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Big counter. Keeps them guessing with a yoga arch. Going on the offensive? The fighters continue to brush that off and keeps going. Drilling time. That's the yoga inferno rip. Going in? Now, can they finish the job? Super clutch corner switch. A parry? Looking for a chance. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Burnout activates. Goes off for the critical arc. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all in this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta click impact, squat. This is gonna hurt. What a read with that anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.